Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video we are tackling almost everything. We are starting outside. This is our patio area and that window is the window in my bedroom. So I've been wanting to get a really good clean on this window on the outside. Obviously I can't do it from the inside, and it was pretty intimidating. So I have this extendable pole thing. It's made for cleaning windows or whatever. I got it off of Amazon maybe over the summertime, and I got it specifically for this reason. I just never had the courage to open up that ladder and get on it because I'm afraid of heights, and that ladder is very intimidating. We got it over the summer as well, and it was a really good purchase. We need a ladder, especially if you're a homeowner. You have to have a ladder, but I was so scared to get on there. My husband was not home at the time, and I was like, I am going to tackle this by myself and we're gonna get it done. So that's what I did. I am just using my Cedar spin mop bucket with some Dawn dish soap in there, and that is what I'm using to go ahead and clean this off. So the extendable pole has the microfiber cloth thing on there. I just took it off and tossed it, as you just saw, but it also has like the squeegee part of it, so you can go ahead and get all that water off of there. I actually did that, and then I went in with a microfiber cloth to kind of like dry it because I didn't want any watermarks on the window. I didn't want to like stare out my bedroom window and just see water spots all over. So I did go ahead and use a microfiber cloth to completely dry the entire thing, even though I had that squeegee on there. So I'll have this linked below for you guys.
I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better, 'cause a love like this is rare. And I wanna take
Okay, so another thing I wanted to do out here was to remove the string lights that we had hanging there. So these string lights I got off of Amazon, and I don't know what happened to them. They just stopped working. They are solar powered, and we've had it in the sun. When we got it, actually, I must say, when we tried using it the first time, the remote actually was not working. So I don't know if maybe the one that I purchased was just defective, but it gave us a really hard time, and then eventually it started working. But it only worked for, I don't know, one summer, and then it just like completely died. So my goal was to just get all of this stuff cleaned up, remove the string lights, get the patio cleaned up, get some of those plants, you know, in a different area, whatever. I was basically just trying to clean up for fall, winter, whatever, for the colder months, because I know that we're not really going to be sitting out here that often anymore. So that was my goal.
take you there.
So now that we have the window taken care of, I got the string lights down, I am going to focus on just cleaning up this area. That bamboo thing against the wall, my husband actually purchased that from Home Depot. Over the summer we had people coming over, and instead of them staring at like the bare white foundation of our home, we wanted to just add something with like some texture or whatever. So he found that at Home Depot, and it looks so pretty. I love it there. So now we're gonna just go in and leaf blow all the leaves and everything that kind of like tends to fall this way, and I'm just gonna continue cleaning up. I'm gonna wipe down the table that you see there. I did get some candle wax on there as well. I have you'll see me throwing it out in a bit, but I had the what is it called? Oh my god, I'm having such a brain fog right now. But the citronella candle, there you go. So I had one of those sitting on the table, and I guess the wax must have melted out, and it kind of like got stuck to the table. So I just have to go in and scrape that off, get that wiped down, and just kind of like keep this area pretty bare and just minimum.
Everyone was standing idly by, trying not to watch or intervene as tears were streaming down her face,
Now that the table's wiped down, we have the window clean, the string lights are gone. This area is kind of looking really nice. I am so happy with the way this is turning out. This patio is one of my favorite places to sit. We DIY'd this. I know I've said this before, but it's just like my favorite place to look at because it looks so good. Also, I also wanted to mention, I know that I don't know where you guys are located, but for those of you that are in the south that experienced Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton, I hope you guys are doing well. I don't know how many of my subscribers are from the south. My mom actually lives in the south. She's in Florida, so she got hit with Milton and actually lost power. Helene, she didn't really have any effects from that, but if you guys are struggling from the storm and everything, I just know that I am praying for you guys, and I hope that you guys are able to just kind of like recover from that. I know Hurricane Helene was really bad for a ton of people, and so many people unfortunately passed away, and that was one of the saddest things that I've ever seen in my entire life from a storm. Like, I know that we've had Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Sandy and all of that, but that story of Hurricane Helene hitting North Carolina, Asheville, like, it was just so insane. So I am feeling for all of those people, and I just hope that I mean, honestly, like, there's no words that you can say to make things better. I just hope that from here on out, like, that's not something that they have to deal with. And I know that's Mother Nature, so it's kind of like stupid to say that, but at the same time, it's just like one of those things where it was just so unpredictable and just not expected. So if you guys are dealing with anything like that, just know that I am praying for you guys, and I am keeping everyone in my thoughts and in my prayers.
Try to let it fall, to let it pass,
All right, so as you guys notice, we are now in my kitchen, and it is nighttime. I think this was one day after work. I was just trying to clean up after dinner and whatnot, and I was just trying to make sure that I did not wake up the next morning with a ton of dishes in my sink and the kitchen just like completely chaotic, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, there are days when I'm just like, you know what, the kitchen can kick rocks. I do not want anything to do with it, and I'm just gonna let everything sit there until the next day, because tomorrow's another day. And I'm sure a lot of you have those moments too, where you're just like, you know what, tomorrow's another day, I'm not gonna stress it. And I definitely have those moments, especially when I get sick and I can't like I just don't have the energy to function. I can care less about the house being clean and the kitchen being a mess, and as long as everyone is fed and no one's dying, like, we're good. So anyway, I'm going to continue cleaning up in here. Those are all of the tomatoes that my husband's been picking from our tomato plants out in our garden, and it's still actually bearing tomatoes, which is kind of crazy because it's colder now. So we have a ton of tomatoes. I don't know how we're gonna eat all of those, but I've been trying to eat them as fast as I could, because my husband is not huge on tomatoes, which is kind of funny. He grows them, but he doesn't really eat them like I do. So I'm only one person. I can only eat but so many tomatoes. But anyway, we're gonna move on to wiping down the counters. I'm gonna wipe down the stove, and then we're just gonna continue tidying up in the kitchen and just getting it ready and basically closed up for the night. So now we're gonna move on to some dishes. I'm gonna go ahead and put whatever I can in the dishwasher and then wash what I need to wash by hand and just drain them in the other part of my sink. I honestly wish like my sink was just one long sink and not split in half like this one is. I know it's like first world problems. It's not even that important, but it's just, I don't know, I thought that popped into my head. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and just continue cleaning in here. I'm going to go ahead and finish wiping down the counters. I'm going to clean the table off, and then we're going to vacuum and mop as well. All right, so now we're just going in with my DIY spray that I have here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and close up the blinds, finish wiping down the counter. I'm gonna wipe the microwave as well and the dishwasher. These are often like overlooked areas in my home. I always overlook the refrigerator. Don't ask me the last time I actually wiped it down on the outside. I couldn't even tell you. So that's just me being 100% honest with you guys. Like, there are things that are definitely overlooked in my home, and the refrigerator is one of them. We are in the home stretch of cleaning up the kitchen. The last thing I have to do is just tidy up this little area right here, and now we are going to vacuum and mop. So now we are moving on to another day, and I'm starting off in the kids' bathroom. So it doesn't look dirty on camera, but trust me when I tell you, the floors were filled with dog hair, dust, everything you can think of. The mirror was dirty. Their vanity was not so bad. It just had a couple of things like sitting on top of there, which caused some clutter. But we're gonna start off by just wiping down the mirror, and then I'm just gonna go in and just like wipe off the vanity. I'm gonna vacuum the floors in here, and I'm also going to be tackling the linen closet today. So that's super exciting, and I can't wait to show you guys how that turned out. To tackle the vanity top, I am just using some Dawn dish soap and this little brush. I swear by just using some dish soap on cleaning surfaces, because I feel like it just does such a great job at cleaning. I use it for my shower, the kids' shower, the vanity tops. I use it like literally for everything, and you can also use it to mop your floors. I've put like a drop of Dawn dish soap in my Ocedar spin mop bucket, and I've mopped my floors with that, and it just works wonders. So that's a little tip for you guys. If you don't need to go out and buy like, you know, all the smell good stuff or whatever, you can just use some Dawn dish soap in your mop bucket or whatever to clean, and everything turns out pretty okay. But I am done wiping down this side of the vanity. So what I did was I went in with a dry microfiber cloth after scrubbing that down, just to dry it off and get all of that water stains and all of that off of there. I actually have to seal this marble countertop. It is marble. I wish I hadn't gotten marble, but it's very pretty. It looks great, but it is very hard to maintain. You don't want to like leave anything on there that can possibly stain it, because the stains will not come out. unless like, I don't know, you maybe scrub it and you do like some extra stuff to it. But I was showing my husband that I thought the vanity had like some sort of like water stain on there, and it didn't. I think it was just the fact that it was wet, and I think this side has more veining than the other side. So when I was scrubbing it down and cleaning it, it just looked a little bit yellowish, and I was like, wait, is this stained with water? Because we do have, I don't want to say that we have hard water, but I think it is kind of a little bit hard. Like we don't get like those watermarks around the toilet or whatever. We really don't get those. And I do know that we may have a little bit of hard water. So I was just concerned with that. But the mark that he was pointing out was just part of the marble countertop and or vanity top, and that came like that. But the vanity is okay, so I don't have to worry about that. But now we're gonna move on to scrubbing down the toilet. I am using my Clorox toilet wand to go ahead and clean the inside of the toilet, and then just wiping down the exterior part with a Clorox wipe. All right, so the vanity is all cleaned. I'm going to shake out this little bath rug here, and then we're gonna vacuum. And then I also forgot to wipe the like exterior part of the toilet bowl with the Clorox wipe. So I'm gonna go back in and do that in a little while. But we're gonna get this bathroom nicely vacuumed. And then I'm not gonna show you guys an overview. I actually forgot to, but we're gonna jump right into basically organizing and cleaning out the linen closet.
Everybody's worried, saying that I'm in too deep. Keep it all together, move on to bigger things. Chasing all the highs, 'cause I'm not giving up my dream. No, I'm not giving up my dream. Although you don't believe in me, the only thing I need to know, I find it in my heart and soul. If I could find a word to make these end, a single one that made your heart open, I could have been your good friend until the end.
Okay, so this is the linen closet. As you can tell, it is a complete disaster. We don't have a light in here. We have one of these puck lights that I just went ahead and put some batteries in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back up, and then I am going to organize this. It is very chaotic. Doesn't look as bad, but trust me, it's bad. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back up and then try to tidy this a little bit. Okay, so my goal for the linen closet was to just organize it, but then when I got in here, I realized that I had a ton of stuff that I don't use anymore, things that I can just donate to Goodwill, so that is exactly what I did. As I was going through and pulling out things, we have a ton of towels. It doesn't look like it right now. They were in the wash, but I started off by organizing the towels, and then I moved on to the other shelf, and that other shelf had like pillowcases and bed sheets and things that we don't even use anymore. My daughter used to have a twin size bed. Now she has a full size bed. My son has a full size bunk bed, so he has his sheets and everything, but we had a ton of stuff in here that were not being used, and just like things that I've purchased before that I no longer have use for. It's just crazy to see how like your style changes over time, and my style has definitely changed. If you go back and watch my first video, you will see how much of a difference it is from now, and I feel like that is just growth happening, and it's just amazing to see like from then till now. So my first video was probably a little bit cringy, I will say, but it doesn't matter. I feel like that was just me learning YouTube and all of that stuff, and learning myself and learning how to come on here and kind of like talk to an audience and whatever. But my style has definitely changed, and I no longer need like the kitchen towels with the writing on there and all of that stuff. I am so a neutral girly, and I love that about myself now. But anyway, we're gonna go in and just organize this space, get rid of the things that I don't need anymore, donate those to Goodwill, and just keep this area tidy.
I long for that feeling. Why did it have to go away? I long for that feeling.
So those curtains I purchased from Amazon. Those are the curtains I will be using in my master bedroom makeover whenever I get to that. I've been buying things little by little. I can't buy everything all at once because it's going to be way too expensive for me to do that, and it's just not practical. But now we're going to go ahead and separate what's in this basket. So this basket had pillowcases, throw pillowcases or covers, and I don't even know what else. So I figured that I'll just take those out and just use it for storage. Instead of having like all of those things sitting on the floor in the linen closet, I can go ahead and just put them in there to make it more tidy and make it look better. So that's what I did. And I don't know if you noticed, but the linen closet floor is not done. We were supposed to do that when we did the bathroom, but we never did. It was a whole thing. I have the stuff to actually finish it, but I just haven't done that and haven't gotten around to it, just like so many other things in my home. But it is okay. We'll get there when we get there. It's not important, not a huge deal. No one's coming into my house and staring at my linen closet and wondering why my floors are not done, so it's not a huge deal. So now I am starting by just putting the things back into the linen closet, the things that I am going to be keeping. I forgot to share or show you guys the garbage bag filled with stuff that I donated. My sister-in-law actually came over. She had taken my daughter out for the day, and they had stopped by while I was doing this part of the video, so I forgot to show like the finished product of all the stuff that I was able to donate to Goodwill. But I'll show you guys an overview of what the closet looks like after.
Stormy skies and fireworks, yeah. But I'm not afraid to be alone. New beginnings. I'm not afraid to overcome every feeling that I have. So take me in your arms. Oh, yeah, yeah. 'Cause nothing can really.
Okay, so this comforter right here I absolutely despise. It makes you so hot when you're sleeping. I do not recommend. I don't think I have a link to my LTK. If I do, I'll remove it, but don't recommend. I don't like it. But I was asking my husband if I should give it to Goodwill, and he was like, absolutely not. It's a good comforter. We should keep it, blah 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 blah, whatever. So I kept it. But now we're gonna move on to this bottom part right here. So those things that you see there, that is actually from a not sponsorship, but I was supposed to do this video or reel over on Instagram, and I did not do it because I was so swamped. It was over the summer. I think my kids, I think it was in the springtime actually, the kids had sports going on, and I was so busy and I couldn't even like get a video out to you guys. It was during that time. So I never got around to creating the reel for them, but I am going to still do it, as I am a brand ambassador for them. I am the worst kind. But anyway, so I am actually going to use this to organize some curtains that I have. And I'm actually going to use it for some sheets as well. It's made for organizing sheets and stuff, but you can use it for obviously whatever you want, as long as it's like tucked away and it's nicely put away or whatever. So the goal is to just basically take whatever you have, kind of like fold it or mold it into the shape of the storage piece that you have, and then you just kind of like fold it over, and it creates like this nicely organized piece of, I don't even know what to call it, but it is amazing. I will have them linked below for you guys. I don't know if my link is still active, but I will try and see if it is. If it's not, I will try to see if I can get one for you guys, but I will link the company below for you guys so you can check them out, because I definitely recommend something like this, especially if you have a ton of bed sheets and curtains and stuff just like laying around that you kind of try to keep organized but you can't because you don't know how to. This is a really good option for that. this is what it basically looks like once you're done putting whatever you have to put away in there. And it does come with these little tabs so you can write whatever is in there so you remember. This is such a great option, honestly. Like, if there's anything I recommend is this, because I feel like when it comes to linen closets and stuff like that, it's really hard to just keep things organized and kind of like cohesive and just like, you know, in the same area, especially if you have young kids and stuff. So I highly recommend this. Again, I will have them linked below for you guys to check them out. And now we are moving on to the living room. So I'm starting off by just tidying up the sofa, and then one thing led to another. Since I was on a roll of like organizing and just like hitting the spaces that I usually don't hit on a daily basis, I wanted to go in and get all the crumbs out of the sofa. You heard that right. Obviously, if you have kids, anyone in general, I feel like if you eat on your sofa, or if you whatever it is, like, there's always going to be crumbs in here, crumbs, change, whatever it is. So I did find a little bit of money in there, but there was a lot of crumbs, and I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum that up. You guys, these cushions weigh so much. I was telling my husband, they're like 1,000 pounds per piece. It's so hard. But anyway, so after I vacuumed up whatever was in there, I went ahead and got my fabric shaver to go ahead and remove like the piling off of the fabric. And this I will also have linked below for you guys. I 10 out of 10 recommend. It works like a charm. So once I was done doing shaving the piling off of this cushion, I went ahead and I did the rest of them. The others weren't as bad as this one. I think it's because we maybe sit on this particular cushion more than the other. I don't know, I couldn't even tell you, but 10 out of 10 recommend. I will have this also linked below for you guys.
I let it burn, you call the fire brigade, but I feel that it will come back. Oh, where does it come from? 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 I'm calling you, 'cause I need you to play on, yeah, I need you to play on. You, 'cause my heart is on hold on, so I need you to play on, play on. I'm your limbo, you're my intermission. Just look at the state we're in. I breathe you in and I can tell where I end and you begin. Where I end and you begin. Where I end and you begin. Oh, where does it come from? Oh, where does it come from? I'm calling you.
So looking back at this clip, I am thinking about the very same day I was sitting here editing this video, and I look over to the corner like of the sofa, like that same area where that checkered pillow is. I kind of like happened to look over in the corner of my eye, and there was I thought it was a huge spider, but it was actually a cricket slash grasshopper thingy. I don't even know what it was, and I screamed so loud, you guys, and literally jumped up, ran across the room, and I was yelling at my husband like, kill it, kill it, kill it. He was like, what? It's just a cricket. I hate bugs. Bugs scare me. They are creepy, especially the crickets. We have a ton of crickets around here, and they end up in our basement a lot because we're always in and out. So they tend to end up in our basement a lot. And my daughter, as you know, she has a pet frog named Bibble, so it works out perfect. So whenever like there's a cricket in the basement, like I'll call my husband down, he'll come grab it, and then he'll just feed it to the frog, which is, I know, really Sounds really bad, but listen, that's the circle of life. That is how things work. But anyway, we're moving on to just vacuuming up this area, and then once we are done vacuuming up the carpet, I'm gonna go in and clean this filter. This filter, the reset button has been flashing at me, telling me that it needs to be cleaned for so long, and I haven't gotten to it yet, but we're gonna take care of that right now. I wanted to come on and just say that this song that I'm currently playing right now, it's reminding me of Christmas. And because I'm thinking about Christmas, I am thinking about all of the influencers that I am seeing right now putting out like Christmas decor stuff and like sharing all of that stuff. Let me know in the comments below if you guys like that, because I feel like I just finished decorating for fall and I am not yet anywhere ready for Christmas. I know that I probably should, if I need to buy stuff, I probably should start buying decorations and stuff now because it sells out so quickly. But leave me a comment below. Let me know if you guys like seeing Christmas content so soon in the year, or if it's something that you rather just see later on in November or around that time frame. But now we are finishing up this little corner right here. I feel like this corner has come such a long way. It looks so cute and so cozy. I feel like it was missing something, and that something was that basket that I had sitting in front of the fireplace. So I just moved it from there and put it in that corner. But now we are going to wipe off the coffee table because I forgot to do that, and then from there we're going to move on to wiping down the TV console, and then that should be it for today's video. I know this was a long one. If you stuck with me through the end, I appreciate that so much. Today's video was packed with a ton of cleaning motivation, so if you need to clean something or organize something, this is the perfect video for you guys. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe before you leave. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell, as it will alert you every time I post a new video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.